Primarily, it seems that she, once again, is tagging you, saying that you're a Washington insider, and also lately she's been attacking your role in the TARP funding, the $700 billion on the financial. What's your response?
Well, the only part of that I voted for was the part that made a short-term investment in the economy. The guy that was here for her yesterday supported all of it. Barack Obama, he's not here raising money for her. For me, he's raising money for her. And the part that I voted for, a short-term investment in the economy, is almost all back now and with a significant profit for the American people. It was exactly what it was. The worst thing about that vote was it's been misconstrued to where somehow you're giving money to banks, so why don't you give money to everybody? Well, if everybody wants to pay the money back with a lot of interest within 18 months, that's not a deficit, which is the other bad thing that was used by this administration to suggest that the past deficits have been anything even close to the deficits they've been running.
But you don't regret your TARP vote. You think it was a good vote.
The splitting the thing in half, because I thought President Bush asked for too much money, and only giving them the first 250 in that vote, another 100 if they asked for it. Every economist thinks that stopped the economic downfall, and as the money comes back with interest, the American people are beginning to figure out that wasn't giving anybody anything. It was investing at a low point in institutions that, as they recovered, the taxpayers recovered all their money and then some. The only money that's not really back in any significant number is the AIG money, and that was never even part of the discussion. In fact, I went on record saying I wouldn't have voted for Bernanke to be the Fed chairman again, because I think he did mislead the Congress that they were going to pay themselves back with money they had on their own already decided to invest in a company that I think they should have let go.
Well, Tony asked about regret your vote, but it was more than just a vote. You were instrumental in the negotiations.
I did, and in fact, whenever I walked in the negotiating room, there were billions of dollars going to Acorn. This is the same Acorn, by the way, that Robin Carnahan has 1,400 pages of emails with as the chief election official of the state, saying things like "great team effort." There was money going to Acorn. There was money going to all kinds of community organizations like the president was a leader of, the current president was a leader of, and we took all of that out, cut the money in half, made it possible to make a short-term investment that would quickly be paid back to the American people, and required that if it wasn't paid back, the people who took any of the money had to make up the difference. So it was the kind of responsible thing the government should do, as opposed to what this president did with the second half, which was give it to car companies, use it as what appears to be an ongoing fund that he can use whatever he wanted to, and I voted against that. The people that are supporting her voted for all these things that she's talking about. I'd never voted for an auto bailout, never voted for extra money for Fannie and Freddie, these government-sponsored entities. The only thing I did was a temporary investment in the economy, and it may very well have prevented the economic disaster that all economists say it prevented in the fall of 2008.